Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I made an audio recording for this while I was doing the whole how to apply thing, but somehow the audio got deleted. So here is me doing a voiceover for the application process. The link to the application form is going to be in my description box below, so kindly check it out. Also, if you don't have access to check the description box, because some people always find it difficult to locate the description box, you can just go to your Instagram app and go to Assistant DeLong. Just search Assistant DeLong. When you search Assistant DeLong, just like I already did here, it's going to go to their page, and then in their bio you see a link tree. Then click on the first option, postuler au programme sur Adele. That's the first option you are going to find in their link tree. So when you open it, it's going to bring you to the page, the application page. So you're kind of waiting for that now. So it brings you here, bienvenue sur Adele, blah blah blah, assistance de langue. Then it gives you 4 options. Créez votre compte, remplissez votre dossier de candidature, entraînez-vous avec un prof, FEI évalue votre candidature. So just go to devenir assistante de langue. That's what I'm clicking on. And then when you click on it, création de votre espace candidat, basically for you to create an account, your country has to be part of the partner countries, and your age has to be within the maximum age range. I think it should be like 30 or 25. I think 30. So if you are below 30 or 30, you're good to go. So basically you're just going to create an account. So I cannot create an account because I'm already a current assistant, and whatever I do on the site is going to go to their records. So I'm using someone else's name because I'm creating an account for someone else just for the sake of this tutorial, or for the sake of this application. So let's just assume. Then also for date of birth, can you see that month comes first, then date and year? So don't make the mistake, because normally in the Nigerian or British setting, the date comes first and then month next and year. So don't make that mistake. Make sure your months come first. So if you are born on, in my case, I'm born on the 24th of April. So I'm going to put 04 then 24 before my year. So that's that for this part. So just make sure you fill out the whole details of this place. Put your sex, put every other detail like your email address, you choose it whether you are masculine or feminine, and then you click on création de compte. But because I already created an account for this person, I'm going to go to Se Connecter immediately. So before I made this video, I already created an account for the person, and they already sent the person the link. Person has already chosen a password and everything. So I'm just going to connect directly. So in a situation where you've already created an account and you logged out, so you can just come back to this page and click on Se Connecter. And when you click on Se Connecter, votre identifiant is going to be your email address that you used in opening the account initially, and you are going to put your mot de passe, that's your password, and just click on connection. It brings you to this page, and it shows you your page, bienvenue sur votre tableau de bord, and it mentions your name, blah blah blah. Then it shows you like several stages that your application is going to go through. Référence du dossier, date de création, état du dossier. État du dossier is the state of your application at the moment. So this one is saying en cours because you've not submitted yet. So in order to create a new application, don't click on this nouvelle candidature that has plus sign. Go directly to your référence du dossier, this SAE, whatever. I don't know if it's going to be different for everyone, but whatever it says in your own, just click on it, and it brings you to the whole application page. You have to go through 5 stages, and after your 5 stages, you submit your application, and voila, your application has been submitted. So the first stage is mes dossiers personnels, second ma formation, third ma destination, fourth mon professeur évaluateur, and the fifth one is mes atouts. So when you're done with all this, when you filled out everything here, all you need to do is to apply. So I'm going to show you the stages step by step and how to go about it. It's pretty simple. You don't have any issues, but then let's just do it together. So click on the first one. Renseigner, blah blah blah. It brings you to mes données personnelles. You're going to put your personal details, so your name, your surname. Make sure the name is the name in your international passport. So if you have two names in your international passport, make sure you put those two names. In my case, if my name is MIDENANCY, I put both as my prénom, and then my nom would just be my surname. And that's donations. Don't forget that your month comes first and the date comes next before your year. Then the sex has already been like filled out for you, and your country. Then we get to the stage where they ask for your passports. So I hope you can see what I'm doing though. So basically for your passport, all you have to do is to just upload like the first page, the biodata page where your picture is, and they just want to see if you have a valid passport. But in a situation where your passport is not ready, if you have like an identity card as a USA citizen, okay, I'm addressing basically Nigerians or Africans, so let's just say you have a passport, so upload it. If you don't have a passport, there's something I always advise people to do. You can just type on your Microsoft Word that due to technical issues, blah blah blah, your passport is not ready, but it will be ready in so dates. So just attach that instead. It might work and it might not work, but it has worked for someone that I know that is currently in France. Do you have dual citizenship, nationality, yes or no? Put that. Then your country, your city. I just put my city, Ibadan, and the postal code. Just research. If you don't know your postal code, choose that. And then you put your exact address. When you put your exact address, put your telephone number, and then your current situation. There are several options. Are you a student? Are you working? Are you an assistant? Are you an ex-assistant? Ex-assistant is for those that have been an assistant somewhere before. Are you a part-time worker? So basically this program only acknowledges students, but you don't need to lie to them if you're not a student, because that could backfire. So choose students if you're a student. Then justificatif de scolarité. Just upload maybe your student ID that shows that you're still a student. Or what I did in my time was that I uploaded my e-portal page that was currently in progress, and then for my interview I was asked to show my student ID that showed them that I was still a student. So in a situation where you don't have any of this, you can get a letter from your head of department, your HOD, and then put that letter there instead. Like the letter goes thus: so person with matric number blah 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 is currently a student in their third year in the university of blah 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 blah, studying so and so. So that works fine too. And just upload that. Then next, pays de l'établissement de rattachement, that's like the country in which you're planning to travel to. Then you put the country like France, like country you are going to for the program. Then nom de l'établissement de rattachement, that's France Education International. It has already been put in place, so you do not need to worry yourself about that. So also for this département d'études, you can just leave it blank. Then information complémentaire. Avez-vous le permis de conduire? Do you have a driver's license, like driving license? Put it there. Then avez-vous des besoins? Blah blah blah. Are you disabled? So just put it there. If you are disabled or not, or you have speech difficulty, maybe like you stammer or something, it can make them also see you from another perspective. Then also mon contact en cas d'urgence, like who is your next of kin, put the person's details. Then when you're done, just click on valider et continue. But if you're not done, go back to finir plus tard. So because this is not my application, I'm going to press finir plus tard. So yeah, to take me back to the second, I'm going back to the second stage so that I can show you what is there also. So in your situation, when you complete that, just choose valider et continuer. So in this part, ma formation, mes études secondaires, when I choose it, we're talking about your secondary school education, so the year that you graduated. So in a situation where you had two secondary school educations, maybe you had your junior secondary school in one establishment and your senior secondary school in one establishment, you can use this upper part for junior and then click ajoute to choose another option for like your senior education. So the year in which you had your junior education, like that you graduated from junior secondary school, put it there. Then you can see the options here, the certificate, either bac or brevet. Brevet is what you get after like junior secondary school, like let's say junior WAEC, and bac is for senior secondary school. So choose anyone which is applicable. If you had your 6 years of senior secondary school in the same place, just choose bac. Baccalaureate is like the French equivalent of WAEC or NECO. So just choose bac. And then you can choose, if you know you had like two separate secondary schools, just choose ajoute and just like about to do. Just choose ajoute and just do the other one the same way. So also the next part is for mes études supérieures. You're talking about your university education. Maybe you've had a diploma, OND, HND, you have to put these details there. So mes études, you put the name of the institution, you put the niveau d'études, whether L1, L2, M1, L1, L2, L3 is like 100 level, 200 level. So in French, they only have 3 years, 100 level, 203. But for us in Nigeria, we have 4. So for this program, actually, you have to have a minimum of L2 before you can apply. So if you know you've graduated already, just put M1. So M1 is like our 4th year of education, so put M1. But if you know you've started your master's, you can put M1 or M2. So put your métier, like what did you study, like what was your field of study, domaine d'études, put it there. Then obtenu, have you gotten your certificate or not, yes or no, put it there. If you have more than one, just press ajoute and add. So that's that for this second part. So in this place, basically what they want you to do is to put like your results, your last results, like your transcripts of the years that you've already accomplished. So if you finish the 100 level, your 200 level and 300 level, put your transcript. So because we are Nigerians and we don't get transcript until we graduate, what I did was that I put my e-portal page. So I just screenshot my results and I edited it, like I cut away like parts where I didn't want to show, like the bar icon and all those things, and I just uploaded it as my transcript and it worked. Just make sure that your document does not exceed 1 MB. Then my formation, yeah, they want to know if you have a French certificate like DALF, DELF, TCF, TOF, whatever certificate you have that can prove your knowledge of French. So for this program, basically you need a minimum of B1 level certificates. I don't know about TCF and TOF. I don't know how it works, but you just need to be in an intermediate level. So put the year, put the language certificate, put the certificate name, whether diplôme d'études de langue française or diplôme approfondi de langue française or tests, I think test something for TCF. Put it, then put the establishment, maybe Alliance Française Lagos, Alliance Française Ibadan, Alliance Française Abuja. Then put the description, maybe if you want them to know the score or something. Then in this place, just attach the results so they can see it. So that will be all for this part. Also, mes langues maîtrisées. So here you have to spécifier là où les langues maternelles que vous parlez. La langue maternelle sera utilisée par l'application lors de votre affectation. So basically you have to indicate your official language. So as a Nigerian, the official language is English. Just choose anglais. Then you have to choose the level. So I'll choose C2 because that's my language. That's the language I've always been speaking since I was born. But if you feel you don't have a good level of English, you can choose B2, B1, anything. Depends on you. And then if you have a certificate to show for it, maybe you have TOEFL, you have health, you have any test of English, you can upload it. But basically, it's not necessary if you are saying that you have a C2 level or C1 level. So when you are done with this part, just go to valider et continuer or finir plus tard. So for this part, I couldn't go on because they said I have to complete the first and the second part before I can move to the third part. So this part is more specific to the program, my destination. So in your stead, after completing the first stage, the second stage, just click on choisir ma destination and go to the third part. So my destination, basically in this section, you're going to have the opportunity to choose three countries, not three countries. You're going to have the opportunity to choose three regions in France. So maybe you want to choose Paris as your first choice, your second choice Bordeaux, your third choice Marseille, or you want to choose your first choice as Toulouse, your second choice as Limoges, your third choice as Grenoble. That's what you're going to do in this part, and they're going to ask you more specific questions. So for this fourth part too, I couldn't go on because I had not completed the preceding steps. So here, mon professeur évaluateur, you need to have a lecturer or a friend teacher that will stand in for you and answer some of the questions that they're going to ask him in this level, and the person is going to drop a recommendation for you, and this teacher also is going to tell them your level of French. So you must work hand in hand with the lecturer. You don't want the lecturer that would tell them you have a A2 level of French and you already submitted a B2 certificate or B1 certificate or C2. So you need to work together, and your lecturer shouldn't be saying you have a B1 level when you claim you have a B2. So either the lecturer says you have the same level just like you have indicated, or even a higher level. So it's advised that you stand with the professor at the time of application, so you can be on the same page about that. So then I think the last stage is MESA 2. So for this last stage, you just have to indicate your experiences, mes expériences. So category, you can choose as many options as possible. Things that you already have experience in, whether tutoring, whether giving French courses, whether being a babysitter, whether, just choose any of the options and then you give an example of it. So for example, I chose garde d'enfant, like babysitting. So let's say I have example with babysitting and I choose it. I just have to tell them the establishments that I worked with. Then if I have more, just go to ajoute and choose ajoute, then add as many experiences as possible depending on what you've done, but make sure they are real in case they want to confirm it, so you don't bite yourself in the leg. Also, this next stage is mes talents. So if you have any talents, like things you do, like art appliqué, art du spectacle, arts graphique, cinéma, design, écriture. If you have experiences like writing, if you write articles, if you do freelancing, if you any experience, any talent, just put it there and describe. They just want to know more about you, like out of your academics, like who you really are, what other interesting things like features do you have. So if you have more than one, just keep pressing ajoute and add as many as possible. Then mes maîtrises des nouvelles technologies, here you can put first PowerPoint and your niveau, the level of your level. Maybe you are a beginner, maybe you just started learning, maybe you are advanced or expert. Just put your level and you can put as many as possible. Ajoute, put Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Outlook, Python programming, anything that any form of technological this thing that So also in this place, présentez-vous en concours cette année? Are you going to be participating in a contest this year? I really don't know what they mean by that question, but you can browse about it if you are actually going to be doing a debate or a contest in the year. I really wouldn't say, so that depends on you. Let me see if there's something to click. Okay, there's nothing to click. So you can just say no. If you really know you're not going to do anything, just put no. But if you know that there might be something related to you, then you can put oui. So the next question is profession envisagée suite à votre mission. So what do you want to be like after this program? Like not immediately after. Professeur de français langue étrangère, professeur de langue autre. So you can put others if you know you don't want to be a teacher. But if you feel you want to be a French teacher or a language teacher like English or any other language, put it there. So you don't have to lie. Don't think that you saying you want to be a French teacher will actually make them choose you. That will not make them choose you. So just be honest if you want. I think in my time I said I wanted to be a media enthusiast or something. I really cannot remember, but then that's not how it works. They just really want to know the maybe percentage of people that actually want to be teachers. Then here is your motivation letter. So lettre de motivation dans la langue que vous allez enseigner. So here you have to, as a Nigerian, you have to write this part in English, and there's another one below it which you have to write in French. So lettre de motivation dans la langue du pays de destination. So basically this one will be in French. So you can write the same letter and just translate. Don't use Google Translator, please. Use your head. And if you feel you can write different letters, write it, but I think it should be the same. This part is just for like those that would be coming as Italian assistants. They would write this upper part in Italian and write this down part in French. And those that will be coming as German assistants will write the upper part in German and the lower part in French. So that's basically the idea. You can type in this app directly, or you can type with your Microsoft Word and copy and paste. You can also take a picture and insert as a picture, or you can attach a link. Maybe you wrote it on a blog or something. You can attach it as a link depending on the way you want it to be. And if you need a certified translator, you can reach out to me, reach out to any one of us, someone that can help you to translate. And yeah, then éléments spécifiques. If you have any documents that you want them to have, that you want them to know, anything tangible that you think would boost your application, just submit it in this place. So I think in my turn, I submitted maybe one certificate that I got from being in a foreign country, like a foreign African country. I just put it there. So if you don't have anything, just leave it. But if you have something, put it and validate a continue. Obviously, you're going to be submitting your application like that. So because that is the last stage. So once you complete the final step, you would see that this état de dossier that is saying en cours, it will change to like maybe you've submitted or something. So you just complete the first, second, third, and fourth and fifth stage, and then the dossier would be submitted. There are others, like not stages that your application will go through, but there are some other things that you'd see, like the country, which will change to France once you fill your application. Region, I think the region they eventually choose you to be, it will be written here, because just like I said, you're going to choose in your third stage, I think you're going to choose 3 regions, and those 3 regions, they will choose one of it. Yeah, in this your my destination session, you're going to choose 3 regions. So I would suggest you choose like regions that are less expensive, because the salary of an assistant is not something that you can build a mansion on. It's just for survival. So it's best I know many people would want to go to Paris, but you can always visit Paris anytime. That's my own humble advice. So the region you eventually get chosen for, it would be noted on that page, this page that I'm going back to. And then professeur référent, we always have a prof that is going to be like your guardian, your prof ref. So the prof ref detail is going to be here, and établissement principal and stuff like établissement d'affection principale, that's the school or schools that you'll be in. They would also be noted here, and that will be the end of your application. So I think as time goes on, you can always come back to come and be seeing like the stage of your application, whether they will eventually reject it or whether you've been chosen as an assistant, or but basically they will send you messages through your mail. That's their medium of communication. So I think this video has been helpful. If you think this video helped you one way or the other, please click the like button, give this video a thumbs up, drop your comments in the comment section down below. You can leave your questions there. I will address them immediately I see them. If not, you can send me a message on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram handle on the screen or in the description box, or you can ask me in the comment section that where's my Instagram handle, and I'll send it to you. And if you want to talk to me on a more personal note, maybe you want to talk to me on Telegram, you can let me know and I'll see how I'm going to send you my Telegram info so we can chat. And yeah, that will be the end of this video. Please share this video. The application deadline is, I think it is still next week, 14th of January, 14th or 15th of January, thereabouts. So guys, there's really no time. So share this video to as many people as possible that you feel will be eligible for this program. And then I'll see you in my next video. Bye.